Well, I was an external student and I came from a school in East Dulwich. I came to Gravy because it had a really nice atmosphere, and I think doing Kiss Me Kate has definitely, extended that in my mind. It's a really great way of meeting people, and already it's been a really nice opportunity to sort of expand my view of Graveney and, and just get a feel for the place.
I've been at the school since year 7, and I've wanted to be involved in the sixth form production, I guess, since I saw the first one, which was in year 7, and I've seen every one since then. And I think since about year 9 I've been planning on being the director, so I'm very glad that I got this opportunity. I love drama, and I've been doing different things. I've done about 7 plays outside of school, I think 2 inside of school, so I've got a reasonable amount of experience, but not that much experience directing, so I'm excited to try my hand at that. Well, Kiss Me Kate is basically a production within a production, so it's a bit complicated. It's set in Baltimore in, I think it's 1948, and it's about a production team putting on The Taming of the Shrew, except it's a musical version of The Taming of the Shrew. So you've got sort of the Shakespeare costumes, and you've got all the sort of a set. We'll have the set of our play, but then there'll be also a set within the set. And then all of the characters in the play also have another character that they are playing within the Shakespeare play. So it's a very complicated, that's quite a challenge for us.
Of course, in The Taming of the Shrew, it's a play within a play, so it's actually a play within a play within a play.
Yeah, the whole thing is very complicated.
Eccentric.
But essentially it's sort of a love story, but it's more of a hate story. Basically, the 2 main characters, Lily and Fred, are actually a divorced couple, and it takes place a year after their divorce. You can tell that they still have feelings for each other, even though they kind of hate each other as well, because they clearly hate each other enough to get divorced. But and then they both have sort of other romantic things going on, and then by the end you slowly sort of, well, actually I won't ruin it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun actually. It's really just nice to sort of get your cast in there and get them reading through the lines, and then sort of placing them as you go, because a lot of what I was worried about is, how much attention to detail do we need to put in before we've actually got them in? Do we need to plan out the whole thing? Do we need to know exactly what they're doing? But actually it's too hard to figure it out all in your mind, because it doesn't always play out that way. So I'm really enjoying just actually the physical side of getting your cast and putting them in place, and like twiddling with them and sort of getting them to sort of, even things like intonation and the way they're holding their poses. It's really nice to experiment with. So
yeah, really going with the flow.
Yeah.
We've kind of just jumped in there and sort of we've got the script, we've got the songs, whatever. With us, we're dealing with the script, and just sort of giving the scripts to our cast and just seeing what they do with it. And we're really, really lucky. We have an amazingly talented cast. So the first rehearsal that I ran, I was just blown away. Like they did it like the first time round. They just got the first scene, and I was really impressed. And it meant that even from the very beginning, I was literally tweaking single words and how they were saying it, as opposed to having to sort of like explain the whole thing to them. Okay, well, definitely the most challenging, but also the most enjoyable bit so far, it is one of the only bits we've done so far, is the casting. It was excruciatingly painful at times because we had to say no to so many people, but it's also been really enjoying and very satisfying. Because it's been really enjoyable, because just sort of thinking of a person we know personally and then putting them into this role of this character that we also know very well, and sort of seeing how these people will fit together, and it's really nice.
Probably either casting or sort of figuring out how far we can go with it. I'm really excited to go the whole hog and get our crazy Shakespearean outfits out and use words that we're not allowed to use, and have scenes that we're not allowed to have. So I think the hardest bit is reining myself in. But yeah, I think
Yeah, and not upsetting Mr. Barber too much.
Being careful with our words.
Yes. It's a hard question. I mean, a lot of people have been asking, oh, well, like, is it going well? It's like, well, I've only had 2 rehearsals,
Yeah.
so it's definitely on track. I think the ball is yet to have really got rolling, but from the rehearsals that we have had, they've been very promising. So.
Seeing as a whole.
Yeah, I think
that's
seeing them
the-
come together, seeing things come together.
That's the big aim at the end, is to see it as a whole and have it sort of.
Piece by piece.
Yeah,
Like at the moment we have sort of bits, and we have the dance rehearsals going on, the singing rehearsals going on, we have people planning the costumes, and just seeing all of those pieces slot together will be like, that will be the dream.
It'll be great.